Tonight we've got the perfect meal with a perfect lady, wrapped up just for you. So join me, André Schwartz, as we make a meal of it with a lovely Annalene Bacon, a lady who shot to stardom after winning the Miss World title in 1973. Surrounded by our artistic friends, we're allowed a glimpse of the real Annalene as we prepare the ultimate lunch at the ultimate venue, the weekend home of internationally acclaimed interior designer Stephen Falk.
Nice.
Of jou lekker slaai maak. Eers gaan ek my slaai sous maak. En dit is ons geliefkoeste slaai sous. My man het my geleer om dit te maak. Okay.
Okay, that's special. So what do you do?
André, wat ons eers gaan doen, ons gaan 'n bietjie Dijon mosterd in ons houer sit. So 3 teelepels. Okay. Nou wat ek vir jou wil vertel, hier het ons iets baie spesiaals. En dit is ons olyfolie wat ons op die plaas maak.
Oh, that is wonderful.
Ja. And then what we need is a little bit of fresh lemon from the tree outside.
Yeah, isn't that special as well?
Yeah.
And it's so easy to have a lemon tree in your garden.
Oops. And it's beautiful, you know. Beautiful a lemon tree.
Oh, come on, use your fingers, it's fine.
Lemon tree.
Very pretty, yeah. Little lemons, now. That's
sweet.
it.
And then we use red wine vinegar. About the same amount as the mustard, Dijon mustard.
Fine.
And then we have a little bit of honey.
Ah, okay. I was wondering, that looked
to
so
make
pretty
it so
there.
sweet.
Yippee.
And it's all the different flavors that gives you a fantastic fusion of it's quite tangy but quite sweet.
Can I take that from you?
Yeah. And now becomes the very important part. You're going to use a little bit of olive oil, not too much, just a little bit. And then you got to whisk. Now I'm going to teach you how to whisk because I think you got to learn how to whisk.
Fine.
All right. First you got to just make sure that all your ingredients are well mixed.
Yes.
Okay. And then, as my husband taught me, you whisk with your wrist, not with your arm. You see, it's got to be like that.
Okay.
All right. You want to give it a try?
Let me do that? Okay.
Because when you whisk, you got to keep it at an angle.
Fine. That's enough.
No, it's not.
It's a cream
like
already.
That.
So, would this be for one salad? Because that looks like a lot of dressing.
No, that's just going to be enough for about 4 to 6 people. Now, what we do is we put mainly our rocket, which is the salad that we use.
Lovely.
A lot of rocket salad in our bowl. And just a little bit of ordinary other lettuce, just to give it a bit of...
And I see you don't chop it up too finely as well.
No. You just got to keep it all natural and healthy, you know.
Basil
leaves,
the best, the best.
Yes.
What would we do without basil?
Well, we'll put a little bit of it, and we break it so that the flavor can sort of...
It is just the best flavor in the world.
I love the flavor of that.
And it's so sad that people don't plant a lot of herbs. I mean, it is so easy to plant herbs.
Yes. Okay, how's that? Is that fine?
That's perfect, I'm sure.
Now, I think what we're going to do is put our salad dressing over.
Right.
You see, it's not too much.
No, it's not at all.
It's fine. And then I bought a little bit of Parmesan cheese because I love Parmesan cheese.
Here.
So this is, we're going to just put a little bit on top. Hands are all slippery now.
Olive oil. There you are.
There we go. You know, the farm olives, let me just clean this. To marinate it, you've got to put it in water for about 3 weeks. And every day you've got to change the water.
Sure,
and then the last week, you will leave it in salt water. Anyway, I've got to tell you, I've invited Amaral, my friend, she's a chef, to join us today, and Stephen, and we're using his house today here because I think it's such a lovely outdoor and open house.
It's a wonderful house. But what is a home without a lovely green herb garden? Especially since Stephen believes cooking with the freshest of herbs makes all the difference.
Look, you know, just in the garden.
And then, of course, the smell of it.
Yeah. So let's just go.
Look at the strawberries as well. Yeah.
Hi guys,
Hi,
I have the best carrot soup to show you.
Oh, really?
Basically, the carrot soup is made with carrots, stock, a leek and some onions, What you do, you brown your onions, your leeks, you put your carrots and your stock in, and you then liquidize your soup, which is a simple basic recipe. Now the twist comes in. What you do, you take fresh carrot, which I've grated. So when your soup is ready, you put your fresh carrot into the soup, which gives it a wonderful texture. So once the soup is ready, the carrot is not cooked.
We'll take that for you.
And with that, you actually add coriander, which I've chopped up over here, and you
With
add
the
your
most
coriander.
incredible smell.
With the most wonderful smell. And that is stirred in, also fresh, into the carrot soup. And then you just take a dollop of cream when you're going to serve, and you just add another little piece of coriander on the top. And it is, I promise you guys,
wonderful.
the best carrot soup.
Wonderful.
With that, onto Amurel's marinated venison.
Doesn't that look amazing?
Wow.
Can you imagine doing this before you start cooking?
The whole secret now is just like you do a normal fillet. We've marinated the meat. We're going to seal it in the pot, and then we're going to put it in the oven with some of the stock. And when we cook the stock, we put pieces of venison in just to give it that flavor. Okay, basic stock, you do it with onions, leeks, and carrots. So you can control the flavor. So I've done that, and I've added some appetizer. I've added some red wine, a basic ingredient. And we've added some soy sauce, some honey. And we're going to garnish it with some nice apple and sesame.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Gosh, okay. There you go.
Okay, now keep your garlic because once we turn it around, we seal the meat now.
Fine.
Okay, and once the meat is sealed, turn it around, all sides. Then we're going to bake it in the oven with a bit of the marinade. And we're going to put some appetizer on here, yeah, just to enhance your flavor. Now we're going to take the basic ingredients of a stock. We're going to put this in here. There's some carrots.
Why do you do that now?
You know that because it enhances your flavor. And this is the nice stock. Look at that.
And it looks pretty.
Huh? Yeah.
So it's leeks and carrots.
And carrots.
Let me take that.
We're going to start putting it in our pot.
Okay.
Now, are you going to turn
is
it
going-
over again or
No,
not?
this has been sealed. This is going into the oven.
Let's talk about the thick. Yeah, let's go.
Careful, it might be hot, though.
What?
Might be hot.
Careful.
Well, shall we?
So for how long do you put it in, Amaral?
We're going to time it now for 15 minutes.
Perfect.
Because it's a fillet, so it doesn't have to roast. It's just to have it nice and tender.
Fine.
Gee, that's so easy.
Yes. And it's nice, 4 potatoes for each. It's totally unnecessary to do these big, huge meals.
Yeah, and you will see there's no water involved.
So your oil is hot, huh?
It's very hot, the olive oil, and just for a bit of color.
What's that?
Fresh ground paprika.
Paprika.
Yeah.
Fine.
Just gonna use that.
Clever.
Just give some color to your potatoes. And now you can just stir fry the potatoes.
So how long do you do that?
Well, we're just going to seal the potato.
And then we
Keep
put
the
it in the
juice
oven.
inside, and then we just bake them in the oven.
And the serviettes, and then we're ready to go, guys.
Okay.
What are we going to do with dessert?
Well, I think we're going to have a very simple dessert, which is just fresh strawberries.
Lovely.
And you can pour a little bit of champagne over. It doesn't have to be anything expensive. Just the champagne over your strawberries, and you let it soak. Actually, best is to let it soak for about an hour, 2-3 hours.
And while the last touches are being added to the perfect table setting, I sneaked off with our beautiful hostess to find out more about the mum behind the glossy magazine covers.
How much time is spent at home making food with the family?
Well, it's hard because, you know, we've got people working and the children going to school and so forth. So really the evenings is our time when we all sit together during the week for a meal. And on weekends in the afternoon. I do believe that I try not to eat too late at night because I think it's not healthy. We try and follow a very healthy diet, and especially for the kids, they don't really like cooked vegetables. So we always have a salad with carrots and any vegetables in it, as long as it's uncooked.
Do you think it's too seldom that we sit together at tables in South Africa?
I don't know what people's habits are in South Africa, but I do know from the way I grew up that a family meal sitting together are extremely important. to discuss, you know, problems and to discuss and have fun. I think sitting around a table for a meal is vitally important for the whole family.
But this is no everyday meal. It's a most stylish gastronomic experience.
I'm going to have some.
Well, this looks amazing. I mean, this carrot soup with the freshly grated carrots and the table, it's even fantastic. But don't you need a lot of money to be able to do a table like this? Seriously.
No, not at all. I think what the secret is having more dash than cash. I mean, really, anyone can go and buy the most expensive thing, but I think the art is making it look as nice as you can with just simple things. I think part of setting the table is part of the evening.
Somebody once said that it's children's food designed by an architect.
I know that's more important than it gives it a lot of flavor.
Thanks for having us here, guys. This is amazing, great food, wonderful salad, and the crisp taste of appetizer that makes a meal. Cheers. Cheers, cheers. You've made an incredible transition from the high life to the quality life.
I'm very fortunate that I had the opportunity to have the high life and to have a lot of experiences and so forth. But I must say, if I look through all my life, my life now is the happiest, is to be with a family and be with a loving husband.
And now get ready to win wonderful prizes in this week's Make a Meal of It competition. Just tell us, who did we visit in this program? You can win an exquisite hand-painted tablecloth, a Weber braai, an apron, braai set and recipe book. And go through to the draw for the ultimate prize, a 7-day all-expenses-paid trip to Paris, Provence and the French Riviera. Send your answers to Appetizer Make a Meal of It competition number 9. P.O. Box 72580 Linwood Ridge 0040 or call our competition line on 082 280 0600. The closing date for this week's competition is Monday, 3rd of January 2000. Congratulations to this week's winner. Join us next week as we make a millennium meal of it with singer-actress Elsie Zitzman.
Look at me standing.
Join us as we cook and kuier with celebs all around the country. Make a meal of it with a crisp taste of appetizer.